love for this company. I love Disney. We branched off into other things. We talk about other things here. We talk about a lot of stuff, but the basis, the cornerstone has always been love for Disney and the Disney community. I've made some of my best friends in the world are from me posting, creating, watching, and engaging with Disney content here on YouTube. Some of my very best friends for life I met because of this, me creating and me watching Disney content. So I love this community. I love the company Disney. My grandfather started working for the Disney Corporation before Disneyland was even open. He helped build the thing, one of many. It wasn't like it was his job alone. Hundreds, thousands maybe even were part of that group, but it has always been close to me and my family. I first went to the Disney parks. Mom and Dad took me before I was 1 year old. 1 year old. I have always been passionate about the Disney company. I love it. It is an amazing place. When you walk in, there's a plaque that says, "Here you leave the world behind and step into a place of fantasy for mothers and fathers to enjoy with sons and daughters." And I see things happening that are making me crazy, and I'm just not okay with it. So we're going to go down the list of things that have been driving me nuts. We're going to talk about it here in chat. If you're live, thanks for being here live. I see you, Nathan. Welcome in, buddy. Thanks for being here live. If you're Team Replay, thanks for watching Team Replay. I got all kinds of notifications coming in. I apologize for that. Also, I got some tunes in the back. Let me know if that's too loud or too quiet, or if you can even hear it. Disney started doing things a few years ago that, hey, I see you, Mom. What's going on? Thanks for being here. Disney started doing things years ago. Weekend Adventures with Matt. Matt, hey, how you doing, buddy? Long time no see. What's going on, Matt? I appreciate you being here. Disney started doing things a few years ago that were concerning to me. I've defended Disney for a long time, and I defended them under the leadership of Bob Iger. I've not been a fan of the Disney board over the past decade or so. And yes, I'm that nerdy. But with Iger at the helm, he made good. Hey, Hitchhiking Bones Will, what's going on, my man? Glad to see you. Iger was making decisions that kept Disney out of the political fray. Now, this is not a political channel. It's not going to be a political channel. But I ain't woke either, and I'm going to talk about it directly. And I fully understand I'm going to offend some people. And I'm fully okay with it. I don't want to have some conflict. I'm not trying to be controversial. I don't believe this is controversial in any way, frankly, but some will. I think people who are looking to be offended because somebody doesn't agree with them might get mad. There's the door. But this is my company as much as it's Bob Chapek's. This is my company as much as it is Will's or Matt's or Eileen's or Nathan or anybody else who's in chat. And say hello if you're in chat. Again, hashtag Team Replay if you're watching on the replay. Obviously, we can't talk directly. I love the Disney company. Now, let me take a step back. I love Major League Baseball. I've been a Major League Baseball fan for years. I love the NFL. I love watching football on Sundays and Thursday nights. And as some of you well know, I go live with my buddy Pete almost every Thursday night of the year talking about the NFL. My career, I worked for an organization for years that I believed in. But when they went too far woke, I walked. And I'm proud of it, and I'm not apologizing at all. When you work with kids, as I have since, 93 professionally, 1993, you have an extra level of responsibility to teach, to lead. And if you're at say you go to I don't know how to say this. Well, let's say you go to a religious school. Okay, well then they're going to teach from that perspective. Or let's say you go from whatever kind of school you go to, if it's packaged in that, and there's nothing wrong with teaching that. But when the public arena is moving in a way that they're hiding it being a little bit of an indoctrination, well, I had to leave. I just had to leave. And I watched so many companies, so many corporations going this way. But again, Bob Iger didn't let it happen under his leadership at Disney. I told the story last night on my show, Creative Talk Live, every Sunday night, Creative Talk Live, 9 o'clock my time, 10 o'clock Eastern time. Iger bought a bunch of things for the Disney Corporation. He bought Fox Entertainment. He bought Marvel. He bought Star Wars, a whole bunch of other things. He was going to buy Twitter. He was in negotiations, conversations at least, to buy Twitter. He said no. He went to his board and said, no, it's too political. Bob Iger, who was a liberal, potential liberal candidate, Democratic at least candidate for president, wouldn't have got my vote, but certainly had my admiration, still does. I've bought his book. I've read his book. I've watched his masterclass. I'm a fan of his strategic thinking. I don't need to agree with people on everything to be a fan of them or to follow them or to support them. That's not what this is. I don't need Disney to come to church with me on Sunday. I don't. I need Disney to stop doing some insane things. Bob Iger told his board, let's not dive into Twitter. It's too political. Then Bob Iger comes out last week, apparently, saying he made a mistake with Bob Chapek at the CEO helm. I've been defending Chapek. Chapek came from the Disney parks. So there's the streaming and there's the parks and there's the DVC, the properties. There's a lot of divisions of Disney. Hey, Barbara Grabowski in the house. My friend Barb. Barb, I'm attacking Disney. One of my favorite things. Barb, love you. Long time no see. Resort budgeting in the house. What's going on, my friend? We could talk a little investment talk with resort budgeting. Barbara, love you. So glad to see you. Hope you're doing well up in Idaho. Hope it's cooler there than it is here. Anyway, I used to work with Barbara. Such good memories when I see Barbara's name. Disney Circus Girl in the house. Good morning. Hope you're having a great day. And again, if I missed you in chat, I apologize. And people on Team Replay, thanks for being here. Hashtag Team Replay in the comments. Appreciate you guys on Replay so much. Okay. So Iger didn't go political. I'm not going to say he didn't go left or he didn't go right. He didn't go political by buying Twitter, which I think was a great move. All right. He comes out last week. Apparently there's articles out. I don't know if they're confirmed that Iger said that he made a mistake putting in Chapek. Eclectic Meme on the house. How are you, my friend? Good to see you. Mar in Memphis. Mar in Memphis left the nicest comment on my video from yesterday. We went up to Mark Twain's hometown of Hannibal, Missouri, and I dropped this pretty long video. Mar clearly watched every bit of it. And she's got, if she's a detective in your town, don't break the rules. She caught something that I like to put in little things that I'll call an Easter egg, that it's kind of arrogant to put in because I don't have enough followers that people are going to find my Easter eggs, but I do on occasion drop little things. And Mar found one yesterday. I don't do it all the time, and I don't have a big enough channel to be doing that kind of stuff, but I kind of like it. And yeah, rowing a boat ashore. You made my day with that, Mar. You made my day with that. I wanted to tell my wife she was in the shower. I haven't told her yet, but what a good catch. Thank you for that comment. You made my day. Okay. So Iger comes out last week and says apparently that he made a mistake with Chapek. Yes, he did. Chapek was in charge of the Disney parks. Okay. So not DVC, the properties, not the streaming, right? Different sections of Disney, not the movie section, not the entertainment section, the parks. Okay. Which is pretty cool, right? Josh D'Amaro's in charge of that now. Chapek moves up to the CEO spot, right? And I defended him like crazy. A couple things he did that a lot of people did, well, at least he was in charge of when it happened, that the Disney big fans really, really didn't like about him, that I defended, him being Chapek. Star Wars Galactic Star Cruiser and Genie Plus. I think they're both huge pluses for the Disney Corporation, but fans are really mad. Fans are mad because A, Genie Plus doesn't give them as much as they want, and B, Star Wars or Star Cruiser, I mean, $5,000. That's a lot of freaking money, right? But as a investor in Disney, I think they're both good moves for the corporation. Long term, I think Genie Plus is doing exactly what they want it to do. I know the board's very happy with it, and I mean, Galactic Star Cruiser sold out. I mean, what else do you need to know? If the lines are out the door, obviously people are paying. Oh, did you really? You missed the beginning because of ads of this show? I don't really know how ads work on live streams. Feel free to skip them. I don't know how ads work on live streams, if they're even there. I don't know. Maybe I should look into that. DLP's Orion and Genie Plus is extraordinary. Yeah, well, so let's keep going. So I've been defending Chapek for a while on this stuff, but he made a large mistake, and I'm not okay with it. And this is where I'm going to make some people mad. And if that's you, I hope we can still be friends. I still will like you, even if you don't like the way I am going to articulate this. But deep down, if you're that weak and soft, I don't really care. Disney, Bob Chapek got a lot of pushback for not saying anything when the Florida bill came out, the Parental Rights and Education Bill. Okay. The left, again, I'm sorry, I'm going to talk politics, not a political show, but here it comes. The left came out and said this is the Don't Say Gay bill. That's not true. It never mentions the word. This bill in Florida simply states that you can't teach sex ed to kids 3rd grade and below. Okay. I'm not taking a position currently. I'm telling you the facts. My position, here it comes, is why would anyone want to teach sex ed to kids 3rd grade and under. As I said, I've worked with kids for a long time. Robert Grabowski and me worked together for many, many years. My first day working with kids professionally, at least at that organization, I met Barbara. So I've taken very seriously other people's children's care a long time. I didn't share my political beliefs with them. I didn't, but I sure as heck wouldn't be teaching sex ed to kids 3rd and under. If you can argue with me, if you believe that kids 3rd grade and under should be teaching sex ed, you're probably broken. That's not an arguable position. Hey, Hatbox Ghost, what's going on? And so the left has made it about don't say gay. It doesn't say that anywhere. So if you're believing that bill says don't say gay and you've heard that and you're on the left and you're all riled up about it, try reading the thing. I'm not trying to be political. This is just, we live in the age of we just lie about stuff that is obvious. And I'm not dancing anymore. Bob Chapek didn't say anything for a couple of days because why would he? But Disney has a very large population of employees. Of course, being that big, some are going to be on the far left and some are going to be on the far right. We're going to talk about both factions here today. Some on the far left came out and said, mostly the young college kids, but whatever. I mean, I guess there might be old people too. Came out and said, hey, we need you to take a stand. He ignored it, and 3 days later he comes out and says, oh, you're right. And he took on the entire state of Florida's government. Ron DeSantis, the governor, thumping them back, got rid of the Lake Buena Vista. What a stupid position. And I'm not talking politically. I am the executive director, CEO of an organization. Let me say that again. I am the executive director, CEO of an organization. Okay? I have personal beliefs. I vote when I vote. I believe what I believe. I go to church on Sunday. I do what I do. Of course, as the leader of an organization, my character, you lead from the top, right? But I don't come out as the CEO. I know I don't run Disney. Maybe it's a little different, but I don't come out and take a position on a position that doesn't on a thing that doesn't even matter to my organization just to piss off half of the electorate. How ignorant and stupid. But Chapek comes out because there's a bunch of woke young employees at Disney who told him he needed to. He get off Twitter, dummy. Because you got a bunch of people on the right who work for you too who are pissed. We'll talk about that in a minute here. But he does that, and that was really, really where I'm like, because there's no way Bob Chapek believes that the Florida Parental Rights in Education bill that says don't teach sex ed to 3rd graders and under, there's no way Chapek didn't read it and took the position he did publicly. There's no way he thinks it says don't say gay. It doesn't say that. By the way, I used to be told I couldn't say that. But that's a whole nother conversation. So that was when I started to get really annoyed. Then he takes a very, very strong position on abortion, simply saying that if their employees, Disney's employees, want to have abortion and it's illegal in Florida, they will pay for them to go across state. I don't like that. I was adopted. My birth mother was 14/15, 14 when she was impregnated, 15 when I popped out of her. I was adopted from a 15-year-old. I am the result of rape. I've adopted 2 of my 4 kids. I'm a big fan of adoption. Hey, Philton, what's going on? I have a strong opinion on abortion. I don't talk about it. This is a Disney Channel. Why is Chapek taking a position? I've done stuff for my employees. I don't have to talk about it publicly. If I had an employee who had a medical need and I could afford it, of course we would take care of it. We have. But he's not doing it to help the kid in stress. He's doing it to be woke. Pirates of the Caribbean, We Wants the Redhead. This one pissed me off, but I let it go. We Wants the Redhead. Are you freaking kidding me? It's the Pirates of the Caribbean. It was a hot redhead. She's not the rum vendor. Are you freaking kidding me? Buzz Lightyear. I was annoyed that Tim Allen wasn't invited back. He's with the Santa Claus, and boy, I can't wait for the Santa Claus. I love those movies. But I was annoyed that Lightyear wasn't there, but I didn't pay attention to it too much. Maybe he didn't want to. I didn't know. But then they threw in the kiss. I haven't even watched Lightyear. Lightyear has done horrible. Box office numbers, horrible. For a Disney Pixar film that already had a built-in audience, and it did horrible. I wonder why. Oh, couldn't be that there was going to be the kiss. Mulan. Are you freaking kidding me? We, as a Disney corporation, thank the Chinese government. If you're neutral on the Chinese government, you're ignorant or a bad guy. The stock prices tanked. Now, I am a stockholder in Disney. I said last night I own between 10 and 50. It's because I was too lazy to look. I don't know how many I have. 20-something shares of stock. I buy whenever I can. I still think it is a buy for entertainment purposes only. I'm not an investment advisor. You should not take your investment advice from anyone on YouTube. But I think it's a buy. I've bought it as low as 81. I've bought it much higher than it is now. It's somewhere between $90 and $100 right now. It's a huge buy. I know I'm way behind in chat. I'll get caught up in chat here in a minute. I see some people asking some questions. I'll get to it when I'm done with the list here. And then we've got some articles. We'll see how we're doing on time. Yeah, so the stock price, under Bob Chapek, it's like inflation with our current president. You can think it's somebody else's fault or whatever, but, who's at the helm? Right now, Bob Chapek is at the helm. The stock price has gone down. Why has it gone down? It's not because of the numbers on Disney Plus. It's not because Disney Parks attendance. It's not because the movies are not crushing it. Most of them. Buzz Lightyear, not so much. So why is the stock price going down if the business is so freaking strong? And it is. It's a political environment that Disney stuck their foot in. When you think you're putting your foot in a lake or stream, but you're actually put it in a porta potty, pull it out, dummy. Somebody clip that, Chapek. Disney Plus and Galactic Star Cruiser. I'm not mad about those two at all, but I put them on the list because so many people are mad about those two things. I think Genie Plus is going to be a huge plus for Disney long term. Already is, apparently, and Galactic Star Cruiser, huge plus too. But there's people who are mad because it changed things on the cost. There was an article from, I think it was from Axios, the 100 most visible companies in America. And last year, Disney was 37, and now it's 65, dropping like a rock. Why is that? Jack Sparrow, I've been a Johnny Depp fan for years. Pirates of the Caribbean sunk it. Pirates of the Caribbean is one of the great film series in the history of America. 100% because of Johnny Depp. 100%. I'm not saying the writers weren't great. I'm not saying the sets weren't great. I'm not saying the effects weren't great. Of course, so lots of people worked on it. That was made by Johnny Depp. Johnny Depp, from all I can see, is nothing but a good guy. Now, a weird guy, but we knew that already. And I don't mind weird people. Do you? He's weird. He doesn't dance to the same beat that I do. Certainly won't vote the way I vote. He said, but I like him. He's an artist. But first of all, when you create art, Johnny Depp is creating art, right? Whether it's a painting or a video or a live stream, dare I say, or you're an actor in a movie, your art isn't supposed to make everyone happy, right? You're supposed to create something. I would say if you get 49% of people to like it, you're winning, right? What happened? Why do we think everyone's supposed to like us? I love Johnny Depp, the actor. But even if I thought he was a piece of garbage, if I ran the Disney company, I would have great respect for the man. Why? I partnered with him very publicly. He was a huge star for us and made us tons of money. If I'm the CEO, if I'm in charge of Disney, if I'm a board member of Disney, if I do anything but other than reverently defend, admire, are they going to put him in the Disney Hall of Fame? Is he going to be in the D23? He's probably already there, right? How dare Disney take the tack they did with Johnny Depp? Oh, you were accused. Oh, you were accused of being something. We must dump you in the trash can. Screw you, Disney. That's disgusting. Hey, Dawn. Hey, Inspirational. Hey, Gangstar. Again, I'm way behind in chat. You might be flipping me off in chat for all I know. I will read it all here in a minute and get caught up and say hi and react to any of your questions, comments, or concerns. I was so disappointed in how Disney handled Scarlett Johansson, I'm not even sure which one it is, and then Johnny Depp. I figured the Scarlett Johansson thing was public negotiation. It wasn't. And the Johnny Depp thing, it still pisses me off. I hope Johnny does come back as Jack Sparrow. If I was him, I would not, and I don't think he will. And I think that's plenty. I've got a bunch of articles that I can read to you, and how are we doing on the clock? We're going, oh, I'm only 20 minutes in. We're okay. Let me get caught up in chat. What about Gina? Oh, Gina Carano. Thank you. Kathleen Kennedy and those at Star Wars, and I think it was Kathleen Kennedy, but I don't know that, chopped off Gina Carano, Cara Dune. At the time of Mandalorian, she was, I think, number 2, the most popular entertainment figure on the planet. Or maybe that was in America. I don't want to exaggerate. I was a personal fan. I am a personal fan. I loved Gina Carano before most everyone here had ever heard of her. I'm a big fan of the UFC and MMA. She was involved in MMA. Oh, and by the way, on a scale of 1 to 10, she's a 374 on the freaking hot, gorgeous scale. She's the reason the glaciers are melting. And I mean her look, her attitude. I love Gina Carano. Everything about her. But the thing I love most is she's so real. And if you don't, why can we have, like, who's the guy who plays the Hulk? What's his name? Chris Evans. Let's do Chris Evans. He's Captain America. I love Chris Evans because of the characters he's played. His portrayal of Captain America is really fun. Big hit in my family. We love watching those shows. I'm not a big superhero guy, but I got some kids who are, and I've dove into it because it's fun. You know, they're not, you know, I don't know. They're not The Godfather, but they're really fun. It's fun to go spend 2 or 3 hours and just watch Chris Evans beat up Nazis. I enjoy it. See how I made it political? That's pretty funny. He's a far left woke liberal. I don't care. I'm a fan. I don't care about his politics. I don't. I can enjoy. He was great in, what was that, Knives Out? I enjoy him as an artist. The guy who plays the Hulk, boy, I can't listen to the dude in an interview because he's so dumb, in my never so humble opinion. But I still enjoy him. He makes me laugh. He's funny. I really like his portrayal of the Hulk. Cara Dune tweets something that I agree with, that I didn't find controversial in any way. And she gets unceremoniously dumped. Screw you, Kathleen Kennedy. Screw you, whoever made that final decision. I'm assuming it's Kathleen Kennedy. I know it wasn't Jon Favreau. I'm 99% sure it wasn't Dave Filoni. What the heck? I think she's going to come back. I do. But that one pissed me off a lot. All right, let me get caught up in chat. He was found guilty, then proven innocent. We talking about Johnny? Anybody who thinks that his accuser was telling the truth, just too dumb for me to argue with. I love Gina Carano too. I don't care who knows it. I just hope that 2 people know that I love Gina Carano, my wife and Gina Carano, because I do. And I think I haven't seen her new movie. I feel bad about that. I probably need to. Let's see. Minnie now has a pantsuit option to wear. I say Mickey needs a polka dot dress to wear. Gang's tired. I hope you're kidding. Another thing I didn't even say, you know, they don't say when you walk in the parks, good morning, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Let's get ready for the next parade. Are you freaking kidding me? Like, there is a group of people who want to pretend like they don't know what a man is and what a woman is. Right? Dave Chappelle a couple days ago was booted from I talked about this last night, from a sold out apparently gig in Minnesota. Okay. Had to go down the street because the store front, the comedy storefront where he was going to do his show, got attacked because their employees were too woke and they said, we're not going to do it. So he goes down the road. So all the people who bought the ticket knew where they're going. They all had to be inconvenienced because a couple of employees didn't want to, said they were going to boycott. So I get it. The employer, the guy in charge, the person in charge, whoever it is, he or she or they had to make a decision. If there's no staff, you can't work. I get it. Fire them all. Hire new people. Because he told some transgender jokes. I don't get it. If you can't take a joke, it's on you. If you're mad at somebody for those jokes, it's on you. Comedy's dead because we're afraid to offend people. Again, I don't think this is controversial. You may, but I'm so sick of it. I'm totally kidding. Disney has been compromised. I'm no longer interested in anything they do. See, and that's where, gang, I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Fire them. Barbara, I got a story that Barbara can relate to. I did it. Maybe we'll talk about that. But when there's a billboard out on, I don't know when this was. Let's pull it up. Let's pull it up. It's going to take me a second. All right, let's check this out. Can you guys see that? Yes, you can. Good. No mouse in my house. New York City billboard slams Disney's woke culture. This is June 16th, so about a month ago. More than blah, 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 blah. A campaign slamming the culture wars of corporations has erected a billboard specifically targeting the Walt Disney Company in New York City. The Job Creators Network, I don't know who they are, unveiled the No Mouse in My House billboard in Times Square. On Times Square? In Times Square. Wednesday as part of its Rock the Woke campaign. Never heard of these people, but I kind of like it. I like the Rock the Vote. I like that. I like their kind of glomming on that. I had a comment in my comment section. You know, the comment section is a challenging thing. Some of my favorite people and some of the craziest people in the world are in the comment section. But I had one, I noticed it yesterday, the day before, slamming me for still loving Disney. So people are on both sides of this, you know. How do you support this company? Blah, 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 blah. I'm not giving up on loving Disney. This room is full of Disney product. I'm not stopping being an NFL fan. I'm not stopping being a Major League Baseball fan. I'm not stopping being a Disney fan because 10% of the employees are woke and the CEOs. Can I say dumbass this early? It has become all too common for companies like Disney to get involved in political and cultural debates that have little to do with their business model in an effort to appeal to the latest push from liberal politician and activist groups, said some guy who told some newspaper. These decisions have nothing to do with the companies or their profitability and serve to divide rather than unite. I agree with most of that, but it does serve to hurt their profitability. My family goes on vacation once or twice a year. Pre-pandemic, once or twice of those every year was to go to Disney. We've got a trip in November we're going, and it might be the last for a while. We're DVC members, so we're still going to use it. We're going to go. But I can tell you, we go to the Disney store. We're going to buy less Disney products in our house. You freaking idiot board members. I'm looking at you, Disney board. Looking at you, Chapek. And I get it. If my household spend on your company, which is in the thousands of dollars a year, drops by 80%, it doesn't hurt your bottom line. But listen, Disney board, listen, Mr. Chapek. When thousands and tens of thousands and hundreds of thousands and then millions of people do it, you lose. I hate boycotts. I don't do boycotts. I buy the product that is best for me and my family at the moment in time that I need to make that purchase, because I'm not a freaking idiot. But I can go to Yosemite. I can go to Yellowstone. I can go to the Bahamas. I can go to Orange Beach. I can go to, I don't know, what's the fancy beach down? There are plenty of things I can do. You freaking idiots. Looking at the Disney board in Chapek when I say the billboard ad, which features the image of a woman's shoe kicking the backside of the mouse, indicative of Mickey Mouse, calls for people to boycott Disney until it dumps leftist political ideology. That has nothing to do with the entertaining of children and families. I hate that they built a massive fortune company. Builds it the wealth that it creates is unbelievable, and I'm a big fan of that. I love me some capitalism. I love me some dollar bills. My inspiration for accumulation is distribution. I'll say it again, pay attention. My inspiration for accumulation is distribution. The more I have, the more I can give, the more my family can enjoy, the better life is. If you think that making money is bad, it's you, not me. The Disney Corporation is doing a great job of that, but they are kicking me in the face and the crotch and the butt and everywhere else they can get their freaking foot with this stuff. What are you doing? I've decided, I love my YouTube channel. I love the people I've met. Some of you in the chat, I believe and hope will be lifelong friends. Some of my favorite people, when I think of my best friends in the world, there's 3 or 4 that aren't on YouTube, but there's a bunch that I've met through this medium. I have no desire to be controversial, but I don't mind. And some of people who know me well, like my mom, I think is in the chat. She might be laughing there. I don't want to be controversial for the sake of being controversial, but I love telling dummies they're dumb. I do. Not my best thing. Not something I'm overly proud of, but not something I'm working on to fix either. If you don't know that babies come from females, it's you, not me. If you think that ideology should be part of a company, it's you, not me, Bob Chapek. I'm sick of it. I'm not going to read through all of these, but I'm just going to go through the list. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, been removed. No mouse in my house. New York Post, Charlie Gasparino, who I actually think is a blowhard idiot. He's on Fox Business, and I'm not a fan, but he blasts the "don't say gay" position, and he made some really good points. There's a Disney. Let's look at this one. There was an article in Newsweek. I mean, Newsweek, not exactly Fox News. I'll pull it up. Let's pull it up. I know I'm behind in chat again. We'll get there. Please don't feel like I'm ignoring you in chat. I will get there in a minute. Just can't look at the screen and the other screen at the same time. This is from Newsweek. I don't know who Julie Burchill is. No idea. Newsweek is not a thing I read a lot, but I know they're politically on the spectrum that doesn't vote the way I do. That's just fine. One of the most extraordinary features of the culture wars, or cancel culture, as those of us who have been on the sharp end of the woke trials pitchforks call it, is that organizations who wake up late to wokeness will invariably court the favor of those who are not their natural audience at the expense of those who are. Exactly. Well said. They're courting the Twitter bots and crazy wokeness over the people who spend money in their parks. Thus, we see the company as long beloved as Disney now abandoning its core family audience. Me, my family. I have 4 daughters. I have 3 grandkids and a 4th on the way. I have a mom who's a grandma to my kids and her husband. That's a lot of households, Bob. I get it. But here's the thing. My voice may be one, but I'm going to use it. I am so sick of the NBA, MLB, the NFL, Disney, and so many others kicking me in the face. I'm the reason you exist. And I'm not one of those Karens who's I need to speak to the manager. I'm not that guy. But I'm going to speak up because I'm the crazy idiot who thinks that we can win it back. I wish I had enough shares of Disney stock that I can get on the board. And then I would have 2 fingers for the 4 or 5 of them and we'd win. But I'm not a billionaire. Elon, do you love Disney? Probably not. I'm guessing not. I can't stand how we just silently sit and hope someone will. Can I have another, please? No, not me. Case in point, Miss Marvel. It's unlikely that Disney creating a Muslim superhero will lead a sudden Taliban epiphany and the subsequent empowering of schoolgirls. More likely, it will just make more non-Muslims feel that the powers that be never stop scolding them for their alleged white privilege. And that's not the only case. Not one blue-haired, non-binary crybaby will suddenly think, oh, I must catch up with Disney's entire back catalog after hearing that Baymax, an inflatable robot, has asked the advice of a transgender man about what sort of sanitary product he should offer a 12-year-old girl. This is not content that I usually talk about. But are you freaking kidding me? I don't understand. I don't understand why Baymax, the animated cartoon, I've never seen it, whose audience must be junior high and under? I don't know. What are we doing? And I haven't seen Miss Marvel. I want to see Miss Marvel. Just haven't had time. I haven't heard anything good about it, and I don't know. I love Captain Marvel. I don't know. I just don't understand it. Let me get caught up in chat. Mickey Bunch is announced. One of my favorite humans on the planet, the Mickey Bunch. That's Kelly. She goes, well, she went live last night, I guess, right? She goes on Sunday nights. One of my, if you just want to smile, go to Kelly's channel. Her vlogs, her videos, but her live streams even more especially. If you watch them and you don't smile, it's you, not her. I love you, Kelly. I'm glad you were here. What are your thoughts on Turning Red? You know, I haven't seen it. Oh, where'd it go? Did I hit the wrong button? Oh, it disappeared. I haven't seen it yet. I haven't seen it yet. I'll leave it there. I haven't seen it yet. I don't want to take a position on stuff that I've just seen secondhand. I don't know. I mean, I guess when I really enjoy, was it with Joy and Anger and this cute little girl? I love the adolescent story that was, oh my gosh, I can't think of the name of that one. But when you dive into the adolescent stuff it seemed to be fraught with danger. Let's put it that way. Good morning, everyone. Be sure to hit that like. Wow, thank you, Kelly. Love you. So glad you're. Kelly, on the is it Facebook or wherever where you get those pictures that come up on the year, pictures of Reagan and your daughter popped up. I think it was just yesterday, so we were showing those around the house. We love that. One of my favorite days ever was at the Magic Kingdom with the Kelly clan. Well, the Mickey Bunch. Why am I making my new name? Steamboat Disney, great name. Wow, we just won't spend any money to support. Disney's looking for the one-time vacation that will pay a ton. I mean, with respect, Steamboat Disney, and I love your name, I disagree with that. I think what they want is long time. They want me. They want somebody who's going to go on a vacation or two every year and spend all the dollars down there. And that was me. Inside Out. Thank you, Mar. Inside Out. I love that movie. It was me. There was 0% chance that I wasn't going to go to at least once to Disney World. Potentially Disneyland too, and I live in freaking Texas. Again, I don't want to be political. I don't hate you if you vote different than me. I don't not support you if you are of a different belief set. I mean, duh. But you got to stop kicking me in the face. You want my dollars. Disney's kicking us in the face right now. Us being fathers who want family-friendly entertainment for their family. Dole Whip Dad, did you see the craziness that happened in the NHL? Anthony, I did not. I'm not an NHL guy. I enjoy it live. Kind of hard to watch on TV and enjoy it. You know, back in the day when Gretzky was there, I watched a little bit of it, but no. Last week with Florida Panthers, the Calgary Flame with the trade. No. Matthew Tkachuk. No, I know he's good. I know there's all kinds of stuff going on. I don't follow the NHL very closely at all, Anthony. I'm sorry, buddy. Oh, go ahead. Be political. I mean, I kind of am. So do we, and we used to go 2 times a year, Steamboat Disney. Yeah. I think, and again, I fully knew that so let me go back. I said this last night on my show, Creator Talk Live, Sunday nights, 9 o'clock my time, 10 o'clock Eastern time, Creator Talk Live on Sunday nights. I said that last night. Where have I been? I haven't been posting for a while. So I went to my mommy's. She lives up in St. Louis, and we had a nice time, family time, vacation time. Went up to Mark Twain's hometown. Can't think of the name of it right now. Anyway, and I posted a video of it, and it's on there. It's like a 20-minute video. Appreciate everybody who's watched it. Mar had some really nice comments on it. Please watch it if you get a chance. Let me know what you think. Spent a week up there. Then I got sick. Got me good. You know, the Rona got me, I like for the second or the third time. It got me good. And I was sick for another week and a half, whatever. And so that was like 2.5 weeks right there. And I wasn't posting anything. I was on vacation, got a bunch of content, but wasn't editing, of course. And then got sick. Just, I was sick. And then I was getting more and more mad. I guess that's what I get for watching all the news, right? When you're sick. And I just decided, do I want my voice to promote this? And I still do. My voice, however small it may be or large it may be everybody's voice is their voice, right? I'll stand on the mountaintop and I'll do what I can to market who I do. I think this machine, this machine that is YouTube, is the best distribution, the best tool for distribution of thoughts, ideas, entertainment, education ever created. Now, I'm not saying what do I got? A couple, I don't even, less than, about 4,000 and so, I don't know, between 4 and 5,000 subscribers on my channel. And so, you know, I get between 30 and 120 views on a vlog. I get between 60 and 200 views on a live stream. I'm just guesstimating. I don't know. Who cares? I'm not hitting everybody. I don't think I'm running for Congress or president of the United States or anything like that. But those who I can acknowledge, no, those who I can influence, I will. By the way, I dropped a couple in, had a couple people use my Amazon affiliate links this weekend. Thank you to those people. So, you know, you get to influence who you get to influence, whether you're just influencing your daughter or your puppy or a whole company or a whole city or a whole state or a whole county or a whole nation, whoever you get to influence. I think I have a responsibility to speak what I see as the truth. And what I see as the truth is Disney built an empire, a financial empire on family-friendly content. And 2 and 3 and 4 generations down the line, they're going woke. Why? Because they're afraid of some Twitter bots and a 5% or 10% grouping of their employees. Fire them. And I don't mean fire them for their beliefs. If they don't want to, Netflix CEO Dave Chappelle comes out and he has some transgender jokes. Dave Chappelle crushes it. I think it's called The Closer. I haven't even seen it yet. I love Dave Chappelle. He's freaking hilarious. Hilarious. If you don't think he's funny, it's you, not him. But he comes out and The Closer is a huge hit, and a bunch of Netflix employees say, oh, we're going to quit. We don't like he made fun of transgender people. And the CEO of Netflix said, if you don't want to be helping us distribute entertainment that may offend some, you're working for the wrong company. Bounce. Barbara, are you still here? I'm going to tell a story. Barbara Grabowski is one of my favorite humans. She's in the chat. I worked at a nationally known, local version of a nationally known nonprofit with Barbara years and years ago. And I worked there for a while, then I left. Then I was asked to come back, and I did. And I had an employee when I came back. We're sitting around, one of the first meetings I had, and we had membership cards for the kids at this organization. And woke, yes. Barb, I hope you remember this story. I wish you were here to talk about this. And I don't remember her name. Actually, I do. That was a lie, but I'm not going to say it here live. And one of these young ladies worked, her sister worked there, another sister worked there, her mom worked there. Barbara knows exactly who I'm talking about. And we're in the meeting, and I'm talking about the code. The club had a code, and I didn't see it on the wall anywhere. And it's going back on the wall, and we're bringing back membership cards, and on the back of the membership cards, it had the club code. Now, this is nationally done. I didn't make this code. This is a national thing. And hey, Greg, what's going on? And it had something on the back, and it said, I believe in God. Part of the code was, I believe in God. It wasn't religious. It wasn't a prayer. It was one little line on about, 20 lines. And she took offense to it. And she turned it over and she said, well, I didn't know this. I don't support this. I don't know. It was like 2 decades ago. I don't know. Now I'm sitting there and I don't know her much at all, right? I worked for this organization that I left. I worked for another organization in another town, same organization, but in another town. And then I came back, and I'm sitting here at this staff meeting. I think the first one I back, but I might have that wrong. And she's telling me that she's worked for this organization for however long, and she wouldn't have come on board if she didn't know this. And I remember pulling her aside. I said something to her then, but I pulled her aside afterwards, probably just me and her. I don't know. Barbara might've been there. I'm not really sure. And I said, maybe you should have looked into that. I would never work for an organization that didn't fall in line with my beliefs. I'm not going to teach things to youth that I don't believe in. Now, keep in mind, it didn't say Jesus or Buddha or Hare Krishna. It said, I believe in God. She was offended by that. Probably shouldn't have worked for the organization then, right? I'm just going to stand up and tell the truth. The truth is Disney built an empire on people and families like me. I don't see anyone asking them to come to church with us. I don't see anyone begging them to do the story of Jesus. I don't want that. I don't need that. I want to go under the bridge, and I want to leave the world behind, and I want to enjoy a time of fun, family-friendly entertainment at the parks, in the movies, on the properties on Disney Plus. Dumbo doesn't need parental guidance explanation, you freaking idiots. Talking to the board and Chapek when I say you freaking idiots. Doesn't. Sick of it. 9:46. I got a lot. Oh, my daughter just texted me. Good. Let's see. Anthony saying thank you. Barb's still here. Good. Barbara, you remember that story? I'm sure you do. You know exactly what I'm talking about. I know they're just looking to cash in on the Fox acquisition. I mean, they're looking to cash in on every acquisition. They bought Star Wars to make a lot of money. They bought Marvel to make a lot of money. They bought Fox the Fox acquisition was brilliant. They're crushing Netflix. They're going to keep me now. You know, they're trying hard to get rid of me, but Jesus, Disney Plus is crushing it. Netflix is losing subscribers. Disney's gaining subscribers. It's hugely profitable. I mean, come on. They were in the entertainment business. They were making, I got a hiccup. Excuse me. They were making movies at, 1 year recently, they had $3 billion movies in 1 year. I mean, are you kidding me? They were cranking out hit after hit after hit. They still are. They're very, very profitable hits. And they found a medium that was more profitable than that. They were making movies, distributing them in other companies' places, right? AMC and, hey, movie house, would you play our movie, please? Right? They don't have to do that anymore. They've got their own distribution network that can come straight to my eyeballs, straight to my couch, straight to my chair, straight to my house. That's better for Disney. Gangster says Jesus was replaced with Wakandians. People can't adore. I'm a Christian conservative. I'm not trying to push that on anyone else. Don't mind pushing it on people now and then, honestly, but my role here isn't to be a pastor. But some of y'all need to check out, maybe not this, the Disney board would do well. Put a nice shirt on Sunday. Thank you, Kelly. I appreciate that. One of my favorite humans says, I don't want anything or anyone at Disney trying to teach my grandchildren things that are completely against our values. It's not neutral anymore. They're pushing an agenda. Exactly right. Exactly right. Baymax. There's just so many. If you don't know what a Bippity Boppity Boutique is, something that I've wanted to take my granddaughter to for many years. Before I had a granddaughter, I said to my wife, I hope I can take a little person to the Bippity Boppity Boo Boutique or the Pirate Lair, I think it was called. You don't know what I'm talking about. Kelly worked there for like a hot minute, right? Kelly, you still here? Kelly Mickey Bunch, yeah, you're still here, right? Tell them about it. The cutest freaking thing ever. You take a little cutie pie, right? You dress them up in a dress, right? And they go to the Bippity Boppity Boo Boutique where the fairy godmothers do, I don't know, they do what girls do. They do the hair thing, right? And they glitter. Oh my gosh, I hate glitter so much, but my grandkids like it, or at least let's be real, my grandson likes it too. They love this stuff, right? And they get all gussied up. Ooh, I sound like an old person when I say gussied up. I feel like an old miner in a movie when I say gussied up. It's the cutest freaking thing. And I want to take my grandson, before he was even born, I want to do the pirate thing, right? I don't think they do the pirate thing anymore. Do they do the pirate thing anymore, Kelly? Let me know. But so I've got a grandson and two granddaughters and a fourth grandkid on the way. He or she to be determined. You know what we're going to find out, by the way? You know what we're going to do? We're going to have a gender reveal. Are those okay anymore? We're going to do a gender reveal. I don't really know if they are, but I'll find out and I'll do a review. I don't know. We're going to find out if it's a boy or a girl because that's a thing. Isn't it? Are you kidding me? Anthony says, Dole Dad, what are your thoughts on the Black Panther Wakanda Forever teaser trailer? You know what? I am behind. So if you're a teaser trailer guy, and I am, Comic-Con is the time for you. I'm so behind. I've seen one. What did I see? Oh, did I see the Ahsoka one? I don't even remember. I had a busy weekend. I don't know, but I can't wait to see it. I loved the Black Panther movies. I didn't expect to love them. I loved them. I say I didn't expect it. I didn't know the stories. I knew a little bit of the art, that classic picture the ledge, right? The panther ledge. So it looked cool. I knew it looked cool, but I didn't know it, right? Like, let's be real. I'm still not, but I wasn't, as a kid, I wasn't a superhero guy. I knew of Batman. I didn't like Superman. I knew of Superman and I didn't like it. Let's be real. I liked Batman on a scale of 1 to 10, like a 2. I really liked the 88, 89 film with Michael Keaton. I really liked that one. That was really, really good. Really good. But I wasn't into superheroes. And then Disney bought Marvel. And I have 4 daughters, and one of them was really into Marvel. Not so much anymore, but she was really into Marvel. And then the 2 youngest got pretty into it. And so I got into it, and it was just fun. And I fell in love with them because they're just fun. Again, I love great movies. The Godfather, Godfather 2, so 2 of the best movies ever. I'm not going to put, the Avengers up against those anytime, but it's 2.5 hours of fun. 2.5 hours of popcorn hanging out, and it's just fun. But I didn't know much about the Black Panther, so I didn't expect much out of it. I think it, at least at the time, I think it's my favorite superhero movie. I don't know. I'd have to rank them. I'm pretty sure it's my favorite superhero movie. It was so good. It was so fun. Anyway, 4th grandchild. Yes, thank you very much. It was just made public a couple days ago. I mentioned it last night on my show. But yeah, Brittany is having granddaughter number 2. So we have Grayson, who was the first one. He's a boy. Emmy and Everly were born basically like within 2 days or whatever. E1 and E2. And then baby X, who will be a boy or a girl. I don't know which one, but he or she will be a he or a she. Thank you very much, Eclectic Mima, who by the way is a member. A couple members of the channel are in the chat. Thank you so much for being members. If you don't know what that is, they give a little support to my channel and they get access to some silly emojis and they stand out in chat. So I hopefully never miss their chats. And mostly they just bless me and my family. Thank you for being a member. Mickey Bunch says, agree 100%, Barbara. Kelly is one of my favorite humans. Barbara is one of my favorite humans. You guys actually would be great buddies. You guys would crack up together. Anyway, good to see you both in here. So Dad, as a Disney fan, specifically the theme parks. Oh, where'd it go? There we go. What are your opinions on the taking away the Reedy Creek Development District away from Disney World? Anthony, what a great question. I would say, Anthony, that Reedy Creek. Okay, so this is such a good question, Anthony. I love this question. Let's take a step back. Major League Baseball has an exemption with Congress, with the government. They have an exemption, an antitrust exemption, I believe. So they don't have to follow the rules that everybody else has to follow. And it relates to free agency and what you can do with an employee. Why can't I just go play for the team I want to? Because Major League Baseball has an exemption. And Major League Baseball has gone woke too. And Major League Baseball is in trouble. And Major League Baseball has some people who are saying in the government, stop this wokeness or we're going to take away your deferral waiver. I don't remember what the name is. Major League Baseball has had it since I think Kennesaw Mountain Landis was commissioner, which is like, I don't know, like 1910 maybe? I don't want to lie. They had a special carve out where they didn't have to follow the same rules that every other company did. So did Disney, you freaking idiots. I'm talking to you, Board and Bob Chapek. You had a carve out called Reedy Creek Development. What happened was Disney went to Orlando, Walt Disney went to Orlando, right? And they didn't have the infrastructure. So in exchange for Walt's company paying for all this infrastructure in a bunch of swamps where nobody lived, right? They would have autonomy. They would have control. They would have their own little city government. Huge advantage for Disney. In exchange for those huge advantages, they built up this area in Orlando, which of course was a huge boom. Boom, I guess both work. For the state of Florida, and certainly those counties. The Ocala, I don't even know what I'm talking about. So that general area had huge advantages. Look at the area. Used to be swamp, now it's destination. Why? Because Walt picked that spot. And one of the reasons that one of the accommodations that the state of Florida and or the county, I guess it was Ocala did, was what they call Reedy Creek Development District. And it was, Disney was basically their own autonomous, self-governing space. Huge advantage, worth every penny to the state of Florida at the time. Fast forward 50 freaking years, and Disney's lying about the governor and about the bill. The people of Florida It was like 80% on the parental rights and education bill, which again stated that you couldn't teach sex education to kids in 3rd grade or under. I state to you that if you think kids should be taught sex education 3rd grade and under, it's you. You're the problem. If you disagree with that, I guess you could try to vote in people who agree with you. I've heard they have conventions. I would like to blow up that convention. Just kidding. Just kidding. Don't delete me, YouTube. Just kidding. It's not a don't say gay bill. It's a don't teach sex ed to 3rd grade and under. I don't know anybody who disagrees with that. Chapek, made a decision to publicly lie about it, to dive into the political fray, to do a Chuck Schumer and Nancy Pelosi, and to try to move public opinion on a lie. It's a lie. I'm sorry if you're mad at me. Read. It's not a political position. It's the words. Gay's not said in the don't say gay bill. So when DeSantis came out and said, all right, screw you, you're going to lose this advantage, I loved it. And it's hard for me because I love Disney and I want Disney to win. I'm an investor in Disney. I'm a fan of Disney. I love Disney. I think it brings great value to the area of Orlando, but not worth the expense of them lying to the general public. There are people, maybe in chat, who believe that the bill says don't say gay because of crazy lunatics on Twitter, political pundits on the far left on TV, and Disney? Are you freaking kidding me? And again, if you're mad at me for saying that, read it. You won't, because you know you'll find out it doesn't say don't say gay. It's not even related to that. Great question, Anthony. He also says, congratulations on becoming a grandfather. Thank you so much. I have some great news for me. I'm going to become an uncle. Yay. My little sister found out she's going to have a baby. Is it the best, Anthony? What's better than big families? Little families sometimes, but big families are the best. I love them. I'm so happy for you, buddy. Uncle Anthony will call you. My grandsons are convinced that their PE teacher's the Black Panther. Wasn't the Black Panther great? I loved it. I loved it. I loved that it was science in science fiction. I loved that they played on that. I loved, the main character was awesome. The story was fun. Loved it. Loved it. Loved it. Reedy Creek has worked out well for all concerned for many years. Yep, it did. You know, like if I ran an organization, and I do, if I was the executive or CEO of an organization, I am, and I did something to piss off the governor, my board would probably be mad at me. And I'm not, maybe, he's crazy. He's not, by the way. But whether you're a fan or you hate him, that's just dumb, right? Like, I might like him more than Gavin Newsom, but I don't want to piss off either one of them. Seems to me that would be dumb. Then Disney stepped off into Florida State business. Exactly. Thank you, Electric Mima. All right, where are we at on the clock? I think we're good. We're right at the hour. I had a whole bunch of articles I was going to read. I might do a video on it. We'll see. I appreciate every single one of you. Look, if I lost some people today, it is what it is. I'm not mad at anybody. In chat, I'm mad at Bob Chapek. Not personally, but professionally. I am mad at the board. They're the ones ruining it. A board of directors can ruin an organization. Trust me, I know. And it's the board at Disney that is at fault. It is the board at Disney that is the problem. And I'm thinking about doing some videos on that. There are 3 or 4 people that are insanely crazy on that board. There's some other people who are a little more regular people, and there's some other people. Well, let's just say I think it's time to talk about it. Chapek needs to go. He just got a 3-year contract. He needs to go. I suspect he doesn't make it to the end of the contract, or he'll leave at the end of the contract. I think he'll probably leave at the end of the contract. I think it would not have been in Disney's best interest to remove him right now. Also, they're very happy with the movie section. The board, happy with the movie section, Genie Plus, Galactic Star Cruiser. There's been a bunch of things that the board is very happy with. But I think the election in 2024, the election in 2022, the election in 2024 is going to change some things politically. I believe that. I might be wrong, but I'm not. And I think the board of Disney will do like what the board of Twitter is doing and figure out they stepped in a porta potty that they thought might have been a jacuzzi. Would you be okay with Disney expanding and having a whole new land at Hollywood Studios for Indiana Jones and at the Animal Kingdom? They have a whole new land for Black Panther. I would love that. I've heard they're going to do. Well, was it one of the Asian? I think it was one of the Asian parks was looking at doing a Zootopia. Zootopia seems to fit for me. Dino Land should turn into Zootopia Land. I would love that. I like the Black Panther thing too, but it goes more with Marvel, right? I think that the Zootopia would be the way to go there. I also was very annoyed with Disney. I didn't talk about this. They just put out a survey to people at Animal Kingdom. What's annoying you? What's offending you here in Animal Kingdom? Are you kidding me? No organization gets above its leadership, and no exceptions. Amen. I can't be mad at anyone for having an opinion. Heck, I have one myself. Amen. I love that. If your opinion doesn't match mine, we can agree to exactly, Kay. And I love that. I appreciate that. Well said, well said, well said. Well, I love you. If you're as woke as Bob Chapek seems to be, I still love you. If you're more in line with what I think, I still love you. It has nothing to do with what you think. It has to do with you being here. I appreciate you being here. Thank you for the 1 minute or the whole hour you were here, no matter what it was. If you're team replay, hashtag team replay in the comments. Thank you so much. I had probably 12 articles that I thought I would get to. I don't know. I needed to get this off my chest. Again, if I lost you, it is what it is. If I gain a new fan, it is what it is. The goal wasn't to do either. The goal is to get this off my chest. I'm going to be talking about Disney moving forward. My 9 o'clock my time show is going to be about Disney. I'm also going to do a show in the evenings on occasion that I'm going to call Breaking Baits. We're going to talk about things I'm passionate about within and without of Disney. So the morning show is going to be Disney. The afternoon shows are going to be, or the evening show is going to be less so. 9 o'clock my time, 10 o'clock Eastern time, 7 o'clock Pacific time, AM or maybe PM. I might do a 5 o'clock show too. We'll talk about that another time, but it is what it is. Let me get caught up in chat one more time, then I'm going to say goodbye. I'm still here listening while I sort through papers. Thanks, Mar. Appreciate you so much. See, I'm a liberal, and I hate that Disney got involved in political argument that they should have kept their mouth shut. Amen, Anthony. I appreciate that. I'm not a liberal, and we can still be buddies. I think that I guess I can't be honest to say that if they were doing stuff on the far right, I'd be as mad because that's kind of my side, but that's not what a company's for. I mean, don't you go to have fun? It doesn't make sense to me. Anyway, Anna, I'm so glad you're here all the way from across the pond. Inspirational. Anna, Eclectic Mima, Inspirational. Anthony, Kay, Hitchhiking Bones, Mar, my mom, Mickey Bunch, everybody I missed. Thank you so much for being here. Again, replay people, thanks for being here. Appreciate you listening to my little bit of a rant here. I love you guys. I love Disney, and they can't have it. That's it. You don't have to go, but you can't stay here. Have fun. Storm in the castle. Have the best day ever. Do something awesome for somebody. It's the best way to make yourself feel better. I'll say it again. Do something awesome for somebody. Might be you, but hopefully it's somebody else. Thanks. I'll see you soon. Maybe tonight, but tomorrow, almost for sure. 9 o'clock my time, 10 o'clock Eastern time for another edition of either Good Morning Disney or Wake Up Disney. All right, that's it. Bye, everybody. Thank you. See ya.